EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he stopped immediately there. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Here's Jones. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He hits Beasley right side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second and goal from the 1. They're going to go with the tight end here on the running play. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Rodgers with a keeper. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. To Jefferson on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
1st and 10 at the 24.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9.
He'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. I'll take the field goal right here.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, a run with Cohen. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
Down and 1.
Day's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Wilson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Complete, Jefferson to target. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, Wilson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it down with Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out of foul. It's picked up by Bowers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, he lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now he's got Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Rodgers. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Now Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The ball carrier.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll roll him out right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 3 yards out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
On for the extra point.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the
play action. It's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little looking for pick, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And that's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Well, that was an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's able to get it back to right around the 20. fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time, so now you take the shot.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 73 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Wilson operating from the gun. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Saints, 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running on 1st down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Tonight's final score
on both sides. fans, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.